Example 7, this is another calculator problem. And I'm sure, you guys all love making snowmen and all the snow days we've had. So here we go with some more snow. There's no snow on Janet's driveway when the snow starts to fall at midnight. From midnight to 9, it starts accumulating. Now, it's a good idea to take a look at what are you trying to figure out. So for part A, all we want to know how many feet have accumulated. So we're going to use this function here. I don't have to worry about anything else. So I'm going to go ahead and do letter A. The rate that it is accumulating here, so to find the amount of snow that has accumulated from time 0 to 6, midnight to 6 a.m., I'm just going to do 0 to 6 f of t dt. And you type it into your calculator and you get, whoops, 140, about 142.274. Remember, at least 3 decimal places. And whenever you can, units. So the snow is accumulating in cubic feet. All right, now B, find the rate of change of the volume of snow on the driveway at 8 a.m. Rate of change of volume. All right, so I'm going to read a little bit more of this problem. The amount that it's accumulating is given by f of t. The amount that it's being removed would be g of t. So the amount of volume that we're going to have is going to be the amount there minus the amount we took away. Okay, and we're talking about a specific time, 8 a.m. So for part B, we want the rate of change of the volume of snow. So we have the amount of snow minus oops, I should put 8 there. The amount of snow that's accumulating minus the amount of snow being taken away. And now you're just going to look at F. You can plug this in, get a number. Okay, G of 8, that's going to be in here, so that's 108. So subtract them, and you should get negative 59.582, and always want to use units. Rate of change of the volume of snow. So it's cubic feet, and it's changing per hour. Okay, now this is a longer part, part C. We need the total amount of snow that she has removed. Okay, so she doesn't start removing the snow until 6 a.m. So she didn't, when it's midnight, she didn't remove any. All right, so when we're talking about from the time 0 to the time 6, the function h of t, the amount of snow in cubic feet that she's removing from the driveway, it's going to be that idea of accumulation. What she started with plus whatever she gets to 6. So we could do 0 to 1, 0 to 2, 0 to 3. And we could say the amount of snow to change it up so it's not a t there, ds. And so h of 0, 0. And no matter what, this is going to be 0 because she's not removing snow. So the integral of 0 is still 0. So this equals 0. Not very exciting. The amount of snow she's removed up at any time between 0 and 6 is 0 because she didn't start yet. Now this is going to get a little bit trickier, going from 6 to 7. And I'm picking 7 because it changes. So now we're talking, we're going to start at 6, the amount of snow she's removed since 6, plus 6 to t, anywhere between 6 and 7. So it could be 6.5 hours after midnight, 7 hours after midnight. And we're talking the amount of snow. Each of 6, 0. She just started to remove it after 6 o'clock. And then we're going to integrate from 0 to t, not 0, sorry, 6 to t of 125 ds. And I'm getting that from right here. That's the rate at which she removes the snow. Integrate that, That would be 125 times t minus 125 times 6. So I'm just going to write it in this form. And lastly, we have from 7 to, what are we talking, till 9. So the removal function is going to be starting out with what you have at 7 plus anything that she removes from 7 to 9. So at 7 o'clock, if you plug that in up here, there's 125 cubic feet removed. Plus, and we're going to integrate from, oh, I should have put a t there, because it could be anything from 7 to 9. And now the rate that she's removing it here is 108 dt. She got a little bit tired. It's a little slower than before. So that's going to equal 125 plus 108 times t. So that's 108 times t minus 108 minus times 7, which I could just write like this. Okay, and now it says express h as a piecewise function. So I have h of t, and there are 3 different kinds of rates. It's 0 when t is between 0 and 6. It doesn't matter where you put your equal or equal to part. 125 t minus 6 in between 6 and 7. And then it's also 108. Oh, I missed a part. Sorry about that. 125 plus 108 times t minus 7 for any time between 7 and 9. So here's our piecewise defined function. Okay, the domain is 0 to 9. We've got all that covered. Now we have one more part of this. How many cubic feet of snow are on the driveway at specifically 9 a.m.? So that's what we're talking about. Part D, the amount of snow. Let's label that. Amount of snow is, well, we can use this idea of the snow accumulating, right? So we have the amount of snow. We could just say 0 to 9, f of t dt. That gives us the amount of snow that has accumulated on the driveway. But that wouldn't be it, because she started to remove it at 6. So we have to take away everything that she has removed up until that point. So we have the snow that has accumulated, modeled by the integral, and the snow that she has removed, which we came up with in this part. And if you do that, you get about 26.334 cubic feet. So that is the total problem. All right, so let's talk about points and what other people did when they took this exam. Now, this is the first problem of the open-ended. This is what you're starting with. So the mean for this problem, remember, most people try to spend a lot of time on the first one. Maybe that's not the best idea, but the mean was 3.67 for all of test takers. The percentage of people who got a 9, ooh, a 2.7%, not too bad. The number of people who got 0 points, nothing at all, yikes, 17.3%. So pretty large percentage got no points at all. So remember, if you get 1 point, you are better than 17.3% of the people who did this problem. So for the first problem, when we were discussing how many feet accumulated, 1 point for the integral, 1 point for the answer with units. The rate of change, 1 point for that. Part C, you get 1 point for doing this part, the time from 0 to 6, 1 point for doing this rate from 6 to 7, and 1 point for the last time from 7 to 9. Okay, and if you just wrote it all together, you would get the 3 points just for that. That means there are 3 points left for this part D. 1 point for writing down that integral, the accumulated snow. 1 point For writing down the snow she has removed, and 1 point for your answer, for a total of 9. Now again, I'd love for you to take some time to work on your worksheet. We're going to do some in class, okay? We'll do probably example, is there an example 8? If there's an example 8, we're going to do that. Yes, there is. Okay, so we'll probably do example 8 in class, or maybe we'll try some on the worksheet. This is a pretty good one. It has to do with area. Oh, no calculator. Even better. Have a great day. See you soon.